Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Today I want to talk to you about a knife I've shown you guys a couple of times, but they keep making it better. They keep making upgrades and adjustments. I want to share those with you and tell you about another revision of this knife that I don't have on me, but that is available. This is the Vosteed Mink. It is their first fixed blade. I was fortunate enough when you had the first Mink fixed blade prototype at Blade Show in 2022. It didn't even have a sheath designed for it yet. He let me take it home and get some ideas about it and talk to him about a sheath and retention and whatnot. And they went with a Tek-Lok, a small Tek-Lok that mounts on the back of the sheath, aids in the retention of the sheath, and makes it for a good belt loop if that's what you're looking for. I'm more of a pocket dropper guy. So they also leave you some nice holes here, whether you want to mount an ulti clip, a deep concealment carry clip, some other type of vertical mounting method. You have that flexibility, right? One thing that they've added to the sheath is they've added this little tension screw. So if I want the tension to be tighter in my sheath, I can do that. Right now it's perfect. Comes in and out of the sheath fine, but that is what that little screw, nut, and the two grommets are for there, is to tighten up that taco sheath. But the knife goes in and out of sheath fantastically well. I carry my EDC fixed blades in my back right pocket. That way it's out of the way. It does not get in my way when I sit, when I drive. It just works very well. And this sheath, and this knife is set up for EDC carry. The other thing that I love about this knife, this particular knife, is it's got this kind of copper coated Cerakote or DLC on this 14C28N. It's got matching hardware, nice fragged micarta handles. It's full tang construction. You have this really nice finger guard here that just gives you added stability because you've got dual jimping on this knife. You've got jimping for your thumb right back here where you would expect it. And you've also got jimping up here at the tip for those detail cuts or those skinning cuts. Because this knife is not only a great EDC knife, this knife has excellent blade geometry and is an excellent cutter. Now, whether that translates for you into prepping game, I'm sure it would be fine for that. But for people like me that are more just kind of in the urban deal for cutting paper, cutting cardboard, cutting packages, cutting open cat food, dog food, you name it, this knife is very, very slicey. And that's just so due in part to the geometry of the blade and the keenness of the edge. And with that forward point, you can get in there and really cut like that. Very slicey little knife, and comes right back to paper. A little tape on it. Just as slicey as it was. It's got some goo on the blade. Nothing we can't take care of. But the Vosteed Mink is what I would consider a mid-range budget knife. A knife like this, which is the regular Mink, that's got a 3.3 inch blade, and it's roughly got a 3.82 inch handle. We'll check that here in a second. Is going to run around 69 bones, and that is in 14C28N, drop point, micarta handles, kydex sheath, and a nice half Tek-Lok. Now, they've also just released the Vosteed Sheepsfoot XL Mink. The XL Mink is a little bit different, and then you go from a 3.3 inch blade to a 3.99 inch blade, almost a 4 inch blade, and it's a sheepsfoot. Your handle moves up from 3.82 to 4.02. So if we were looking at this, This knife 7 inches, 3.3, 3.8, we'll call that. So if we were looking at 4.2, our handle would come to about right here, and our blade would then come to about right here. So you're going to have a considerably closer to 8-inch knife, maybe 8.25-inch knife in the XL. But it fills a nice gap. It fills for people who think this might be a little small for a knife, for an EDC knife, especially if I'm going to use it for a primary hiking or camping knife. I don't have a lot of other uses, we'll say, for fixed blade knives. The other thing about the XL is it's going to be delivered in Nitro V as opposed to 14C. So this is a Boker AK1 American Tanto. It's going to come in just a little bit shorter than the Mink. And then we'll go with our old reliable little Bradford Guardian. Going to come in right around the same size, give or take. So these three knives are all pretty similar in size. So my thoughts on the matter, like I said, I've had 2 drop points. I bought a drop point. I bought a sheep's foot. They sent me a drop point to review when it changed the last time. And I've given away 3. This will be the 4th. And each time it does get better. It is a wonderful little knife. I can highly recommend one of these knives. They come in all different colorways. But for a small sub-$100 EDC knife, it's going to give you a little bit more overall length than some of the tiny 5-inch knives, 6-inch knives that I like. It's going to give you really good cutting geometry, skinning geometry, all in a package that's going to come in right around 7 inches. Really nice sheath. Again, adjustable canter there if you need to make it tighter, if you need to make it looser. Ulti clips are just one way to carry these knives. There's so many different ways. You can do leather straps and carry it scout carry like that. You can carry it just a lot of different ways. I just prefer to pocket drop them. I like to have these knives kind of riding in my back pocket. I'm weird that way. But the Vosteed Mink is a great knife. I've got several reviews on the channel on the different variations of mink that have come through the table. This is probably by far the nicest, and the fact that they've added the XL in the sheep's foot is very cool. That's something that's new. I will put links to both of these in the chat or in the description, so y'all check that out. But do me a huge solid. A, thank you channel members. Thank you. B, thank you anyone who comes in and watches the knife and EDC content. Thank you. If you're so inclined, please hit the subscribe and the bell notification icon. Watch my videos when they come out, please. And give me a thumbs up. But most importantly, look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for one another. Go forward with love in your heart and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.